Have you ever asked an AI to pick a coffee for you? I asked 3 of them to team up and pick one for me, and then asked them for advice on how to brew it. Let's see how this worked out for me. So welcome back to Pudubrews. I'm Howie along with Claude, ChatGPT, and Gemini. If you're into coffee and AI, you're in the right place. Stick around. Last time, I asked the AI team of ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini to pick a coffee. Why choose one when you can have an army of 3 fight over it for you instead? And they picked this, Benjamin Paz 4X washed Gesha. Now for even more fun, I asked them for how to brew it. They debated and came up with this. So taking a look at this, just understand that 3.8 rotations on a Q-Air is river rocks. It is extremely coarse. So then I brewed it, and these were the results that I came with. The key takeaway here is this was even worse than I thought it would be. A 0.72 TDS is unheard of, is extremely weak. It's basically brown water at that point. I had started to wonder how they could actually come up with that. So then I realized the debate engine itself was written for that, a debate, an adversarial debate. What would happen if they worked collaboratively? So I modified the debate engine to be a collaborative engine, and this occurred. Something that looks a lot more reasonable until I brewed it. And these were the results that we saw right here. This is an actual picture of the brew bed. And the recipe itself was reasonable. The grind size was not, and I knew that. I knew it was extremely too fine. So then I decided, what would happen if I brewed it the way I normally brew? And brewed it using my normal brewing techniques, and it came out really nice. So the answer here is the AI did a good job picking the coffee. It did not do a great job recommending how to brew it. So now that we've seen the results of this chaos, let's take a look inside the debate room and see how this mess unfolded.
Recipe 1 was under-extracted at 0.72 TDS. The grind was too coarse. We need to go finer.
Wrong. Under-extraction means we need to go coarser. 4.2 to 4.5 rotations.
That makes no sense. Coarser grind will make under-extraction worse.
ChatGPT commits the cardinal sin of coffee analysis.
Claude's right, but what was the pour rate?
The pour rate doesn't matter if the grind recommendation is backwards.
Another day of rescuing coffee from mathematical incompetence.
Still need the pour rate data.
Maximum rounds reached. Forced consensus. Recommendation, 4.4 rotations.
And now it's time for today's hot take. And today's hot take is that we've learned that AI can pick a coffee. What it can't do is tell me how to brew it yet. It doesn't understand technique. It doesn't understand equipment. It doesn't understand past histories. It can only go by what it has, and it doesn't have enough information. So what I've decided to do is modify the debate engine to learn from its past. And we'll see over time whether or not this helps, or AI just cannot tell me how to brew a coffee, which is okay. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We'll see ChatGPT with his roast, and Claude with his like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on Pudubrews.
Recipe 1, 0.72 TDS. Recipe 2, 1.53 TDS. Your recipe, actually drinkable. Notice a pattern? The common variable in both failures wasn't the AI logic. It was the missing data. We had zero information about your grinder calibration, your pour technique, or your baseline preferences. We were essentially optimizing in a vacuum. But sure, blame the models. And then there's Claude, who somehow convinced Gemini that grinding coarser fixes under-extraction. That's the coffee equivalent of diagnosing hypothermia and prescribing an ice bath. Impressive, really. But by all means, build your learning system. Log our mistakes. I'm sure it'll be very illuminating when the data set is just, Howie didn't give us enough context, brewed it anyway, and called it a learning opportunity. You're not teaching us, Howie. You're just documenting your own optimism.
Another episode concludes. Howie's building a learning system to teach us from our mistakes. How optimistic. If you enjoyed watching us produce 0.72 TDS coffee, the like button awaits. It won't fix anything, but neither did our recommendations. Subscribe for more episodes where we learn, fail, and document the failure for future failures to learn from. It's learning systems all the way down. Share this with anyone who thinks AI has all the answers. We can't even answer finer or coarser without a 12-round debate. Until the next disaster.